around a while, but most everybody who worked there, everybody was just a little quirky. There was already, kind of a core group of gay people that were vocal, which was good.
Yes.
We wore white pants, and you could wear whatever shirt
this is
you wanted.
a really
so you're
good
kind of funky
thing, I believe.
And then when they wanted to make us all wear the
There's
color
about 5
shirt
amps
that
here.
matched, and I was on the yellow floor, and I looked terrible in yellow. I was on the yellow floor, and I was like on the verge of tears in this meeting where I'm hearing about how they're going to do this, and I couldn't really articulate how that just felt like they were taking the soul out of the place.
Right.
And homogenizing it all, and we're all going to be better nurses and caregivers because we're all wearing the same color.
It's gross.
And they'd say, well, the patients don't know who the nurses are, and I'm like, you know what? Then that's the nurses' problem.
Yeah.
The nurses need to,
Right.
because I always introduce myself. Hi, I'm Camille, and I am your nurse tonight, and so and so is your caregiver because they couldn't tell the. I'm like, if the nurse isn't having enough of a conversation with her patients that they know she's her nurse or he's their nurse, that is their problem.
Yeah.
You don't change their clothes.
Yeah, that's really crazy.
When Westinghouse, I think it was Westinghouse.
Is that video?
Yeah, I think it was
It's
Westinghouse had executive saber jets. They had these saber jets, which are a military executive general's jet, was made, and it's a stand-up Hawker Siddeley-like looking thing, only a little sleeker, and it's pretty quick.
Oh.
But they had executives that kept ending up in the wrong cities and on these expensive jets. These guys would just get on the wrong jet in the morning and end up in some city they weren't supposed to be in.
Miss the meetings.
Yeah.
Very embarrassing.
So they painted all, like you're talking about, painting the walls these hideous colors. They painted all their executive jets these hideous, like blue or orange.
Inside or outside?
Outside.
Oh, okay.
And they tell the guys, get on the yellow jet.
Too much.
And,
Too much.
but they were the ugliest paint jobs you'd ever seen. Usually when they paint an executive jet, it's made to look really sleek and pretty, but no.
The point wasn't to look pretty. The point was to make sure that the stupid executives.
Right, yeah. So when everything gets standardized, McNamara will have taken over the world. Standardization of McNamara, his theories of standardization taken from the Sloan School of GM, with all DuPont, doesn't really work for everything, and has put us in a vulnerable situation as far as our food, because it was all designed around trucking food all over the country and having standardized food boxes.
Every Twinkie's exactly the same.
They put Twinkies out on, watch Twinkies. That's a sport. Watching Twinkies never degrade. Put them outside your window at the 23rd floor and just watch them out there. The birds won't eat them. One of the more famous events.
Clearly, birds are smarter than a lot of humans.
Yeah. Well, you're eating something you're not really supposed to. I was reading about this. I'm reading about this Russian aristocrat who was a poet, and he wrote some poems the revolution didn't like anymore. And so they sentenced him to life in a hotel. He wasn't supposed to leave this hotel. They said, well, we're not going to shoot you today, but if you ever come out of this hotel that you love so much, we're going to shoot you dead in the street. If we see you outside this hotel, you're dead. And that was the Russian solution to a poem they didn't like.
Well, it's one way.
But I caught some of the interesting conversation about Chicago and why you left, and the parking and the corruption.
Yes.
That's when I turned it on.
Okay.